Good morning, student. Today I'm going to teach the lesson, and the name of the lesson is the last lesson. On the demand of many students, I thought to teach it again. So, the last lesson. Let me tell you something about the author. The last lesson is written by the author Alphonse Daudet. So, Alphonse Daudet is the author of this lesson. He was born in 1840 and died in 1897. He was a French novelist and short story writer. The last lesson is set in the day of the French-Prussian War. So it was written on the days of the French-Prussian War, which the time period of the war was between 1870 and 1871, in which France was defeated by Prussia, led by Bismarck. Prussia then consisted of what now are in the nations of Germany, Poland, and part of Austria. In this story, the French district of Alsace and Lorraine have passed into the Prussian hands. The story deals with the theme of language imposition and language loyalty. So, what is the theme of the whole lesson? It is a theme of language imposition and language loyalty. The story highlights the pain that is inflicted on the people of a territory by its conquerors by taking away their right to study or speak their own language. So, in one way, it was a blow to the mother tongue. So, and through this lesson, the writer want to say that without mother tongue, it is very possible. It is not possible to teach, and a patriotic feeling should be there in us, and that we can bring through the use of our mother tongue. Now I'm going to discuss about the summary and the background of the lesson. Well, here is a child whose name is Franz, and he started for school very late that morning. He was afraid of being scolded because Mr. Hamel was to question them on participle. So participle is a part of English grammar, and at that day he was going to be questioned from that child. His teacher was going to question from that child. The name of the child is Franz, and he did not know the first word about them. Now he was not aware of the ABCD of participle because he was not interested in studying. He disliked his studies, and he did not know the first word about them. He thought of running away and spending the day out of doors. The warm, bright day, the chirping birds, and the Persian soldiers drilling in the open fields back of the sawmill were tempting. Naturally, when he used to come, he used to skip from his studies and he used to go to the field where chirping birds were there. Persian soldiers were drilling in the green field, and which was very tempting to him. But he resisted the temptation and hurried off to school. But he knew that if he will stay there, if he will stay to enjoy all these things, the chirping of the bird, the beautiful scene of nature, his parents and his teacher won't like it. So he hurried to the school. So but he resisted the temptation and hurried off to his school. So he used to resist his temptation. That means whatever feeling he had to enjoy with the nature, he stopped that feeling within himself and he rushed to the school. There was a crowd in front of the bulletin board near the town hall. So once when he went to the school, what he thought a large crowd has gathered near the bulletin board. Now, what is a bulletin board? A board displaying a short official statement of public event. Okay, so what is a bulletin board? It is a board displaying a short official statement of public event. So he went there and he saw that many peoples they have gathered around the they have gathered near the bulletin board. There was a crowd in front of the bulletin board near the town hall. Washter, the blacksmith, asked French not to go so fast. He assured the boy that he would get to his school in plenty of time. Usually there was a great bustle when the school began, but that day everything was as quiet as Sunday morning. So children, when he was going in a hurry, Watcher the blacksmith in fact warned him not to go so fast. He was going very fast so that he could not get late. He assured the boy that he would get to his school in plenty of time. Now he assured that the child that he is having a plenty of time when he will reach the school very soon. Well, he reached the school anyhow, and he was shocked that there was a great bustle when the school began. There is a lot of noise, hustle bustle is there when the school began, but that day everything was as quiet as Sunday morning. But when he reached the school, he saw that everybody was quiet. It was a pin drop silence there, as if it was a Sunday morning. Through the window, French saw his classmates already in their places, and Mr. Hamel walking up and down with his terrible iron ruler under his arm. Now, children, he was very much astonished why the school is very so much silent is there in the school. This was very unusual scene for him. Now he is going towards his class and through the window what he saw, his classmates, they were already in their place. That means he was late. And Monsieur Hamel walking up and down with his terrible iron ruler under his arm. Then Monsieur Hamel is his teacher. So he was walking up and down in the class with that terrible iron ruler. That means at that time corporal punishment used to be there in the school, and Monsieur Hamel is moving here and there in the class with his horrible iron ruler under his arm. Franz opened the door and went in. He blushed and was frightened. Now children, he opened the door very slowly and he went inside the class. In fact, he was quite scared. He was afraid that his teacher will call him and tell him something. But he was frightened. But unlike the other day, Mr. Hamel was very kind to him and he asked him to go to his place. Now children, but this time, like many other day, Mr. Hamel was very quiet. His teacher was very quiet, and instead of asking and scolding him, he simply told her to go to take his seat. Again, this was the most surprising thing for him, because Monsieur Hamel was the teacher. He actually used to ask why you are late, and sometimes he used to get punishment also. But today he himself told him without asking to go and take his seat. Franz noticed that their teacher had put on his beautiful green coat, his frilled shirt, and the little black silk cap, all embroidered. Now children, when he sat there, he noticed that it was the best dress of Monsieur Hamel. So what he was putting on his beautiful green coat, his frilled shirt, and the little black silk cap, all embroidered. He wore these only on inspection and prize day. Now this dress he used to put on the special occasion like the prize distribution function, or if there was inspection in the school, so he used to put that dress. The village people were sitting quietly on the usually empty back benches, and children, the most surprising thing was that even some of the village people, they were also sitting at the back, at the empty back benches. That means benches that were kept at the back side. So many people from village were also attending him. Everybody looked sad, and Hauser had brought an old primer. Now children, here the mother describes that everybody looks sad. The author described that everybody looks very sad. Monsieur Hamel, Ms. Monsieur Hamel said it was the last lesson he would give them. And today Monsieur Hamel very sadly told that he is going to teach them the last lesson. Henceforth, only German was to be taught in the school of Alsace and Lorraine, and he told today is the last day for teaching French language, and from tomorrow, since Germany has taken over the place, he is the winner. He, in fact, the three places come under Prussia. Okay, what were the nations? Germany, Poland, and parts of Austria. And this time the whole French was taken by Prussia. So it was he who was asked that from tomorrow he will not teach French, because as only Germany would be taught in the school and not the French. So Mr. Hamel said it was the last lesson he would give them, that today it is his last lesson. Today he will teach the last lesson. Henceforth, only German was to be taught in the school of Alsace and Lorraine, and from tomorrow, he is telling that from tomorrow, Germany will be taught in the school and not the French. The new master would come the next day, and I will not teach now. The new master will come instead of me. So the student and everybody was, that's why everybody was looking very sad. This was the last lesson of French. He wanted them to be very attentive. Now he wanted to be very attentive, that the people of France has to read French lesson for the last time, because next day it was the German language was to be taught in the school. He wanted them to be very attentive. Now he wanted them to be very attentive in his class. Everybody who sat in the class, he wanted that everybody should be very attentive and listen to him. Franz felt sorry that he had not learned his lesson properly. Now children, Franz was feeling afraid because he did not learn his lesson. Okay, so he was scared. He thought if Mr. Hamel will ask him, what he would say. Well, so Franz was feeling sorry that he had not learned his lesson properly. The idea that Monsieur Hamel was going away made the narrator forget all about his ruler and how cranky he was. Now children, when Franz learned that today is the last day of his teacher Monsieur Hamel, he became very sad. He got a blow in his heart, and he was really sad that from tomorrow he will not see him. And the idea that Monsieur Hamel was going away made the narrator forget all about his ruler and how cranky he was. Now French understood why Monsieur Hamel had put on his fine Sunday clothes and why the old men of the village were sitting there. They had come to thank the master for his 40 years faithful service and to show their respect for the country that was theirs no more. Now, children, it was understood by French that why everybody had gathered in his class and why Mr. Monsieur Hamel had put on his fine Sunday clothes. They had come, so all the villager, he knew they had come to thank the master for his 40 years faithful service. Now, children, he was teaching from the last 40 years and he was doing his job sincerely with full dedication and faithfully, and to show their respect for the country that was theirs no more. Now, children, France became the loser in the war against Prussia, and so the order came that from that day nobody will teach France and instead a new master will come and teach Germany. So all the villager of that village, they wanted to give thanks to Monsieur Hamel, and that's why they were gathered in the room, in the classroom where Mr. Hamel used to teach, and in fact they came to say thank you to him for the service he had done to the children of the village. And now they knew that this country is now, it's not there now. Mr. Hamel asked Franz to recite, but he stood there silent. Now, Mr. France, he told Mr. Hamel, Monsieur Hamel. Means Monsieur. Monsieur is a French word for Mr. So, what do we say? Monsieur. Yes, Monsieur means Mr. So, Monsieur Hamel asked Franz to recite the poem, but he stood there silently. He did not do anything, he stood there silently. The teacher did not scold him. Now, children, he still remember that day, when last day when Mr. Monsieur Hamel, he asked something from Franz to recite, he stood there silently. The teacher did not scold him because he has to go and leave now. He confessed that his parents and he were at fault. Then he talked of the French language, the most beautiful language in the world. Now, children, French were so sorry that he had not learned his lesson properly, and the idea that Mr. Monsieur Hamel was going away made the narrator forget all about his ruler and how cranky he was. Now, children, when French learned that now today is the last day of Monsieur Hamel and he is to leave forever, he really became very sad. Now, French understood why Monsieur Hamel had put on his fine Sunday clothing. So now he also understood that since it is the last day, and that's why he had put one of his best suit of Sunday. And why the old men of the village were sitting there? Why they were sitting? Because they had come to thank the master for his 40 years faithful service and to know their respect for the country that was theirs no more. So it was a very sad day for all the French people, that from next day they are going to taught. Somebody is going to come, a new teacher is going, and that teacher will be teaching them Germany. Now it was a blow to Monsieur Hamel because now he has to leave his 40-year-old job. Okay, at that time the country used to be loser, they cannot do by their own wish. So he thought it is better to leave that school where he is not wanted any more. Now let's see what happened now. The idea that Mazur Hamel was going away made the narrator forget all about his ruler and how cranky he was. Now, children, when French, when he came to know that today it is his last day, so he forgot all about the ruler and about his scolding, about his beating. He was only having a warm regard for his teacher. He was only thinking and thinking about his teacher, and he forgot all about his ruler and how cranky he was. Now friends were sitting there. They had come to thank the master for his 40 years faithful service and to show their respect for the country that was there no more. So all the elderly people of the village, they came to thank him on the service he had done to the school as well as his country by teaching the mother tongue to them, and that was theirs no more. Now that country is no more. The language of medium of instruction is going to be changed now, because now some other country is going to rule over them. In fact, their country is not their country now. Mazur Hamel asked French to recite, but he stood there silently. The teacher did not scold him. He confessed that his parents and he were at fault. Now, children, that day when he was told to recite the poem, he could not recite the poem. Mazur Hamel, did not scold him. He only confessed one thing, that his parent and he were at fault. Then he talked of the French language, the most beautiful language in the world, the clearest, the most logical. He asked them to guard it among them and never forget it. Their language was the key to their prison. So, Mr. Hamel, he asked Mazur Hamel, when he asked friends to recite, he stood there silently. And the teacher also did not scold him, because today was his last day. He confessed that his parents and he were at fault. Then he talked of the French language, the most beautiful language in the world, the clearest, the most logical. Now he praised, Mazur Hamel praised about the language which he was to teach, that is the French language, and he told that this is the most clearest, the most logical language in the world. He asked them to guard it among them and never forget it. He told them to guard it and never forget that language. Their language was the key to their prison. And now, if they will go to prison, if they will be sent to the prison, the only thing which will be there in the common is that would be the language, the medium of instruction through which they would talk with each other. Mazur Hamel, he was very sad. Okay. Then they had lesson in grammar and writing. Now they had a lesson in grammar and writing. So let's see what happened now. Then they had lesson in grammar and writing. The pigeons cooed very low on the roof. Friends thought if they would make even the pigeons sing in German. Now, children, friends, he was so helpless and he had a hatred towards the German language. He thought that if they really want it, if that they so much want to have another language in their country, that even the pigeon cooed, and that cooing of the pigeon, if they will hear them cooing, they will just tell them to coo in the German language. So all the while Mazur Hamel was sitting motionless in his chair and gazing at one thing or the other. Now, children, Monsieur Hamel, he sat for some time and he was gazing each and everything in the class, because now it was his last day, as if he want to take all the memory of the classroom. His so he was gazing means looking everything. His sister was packing their trunks in the room above, as they had to leave the country next day. Now, children, he was also have to leave the country next day, and in the above room, his sister was packing everything, clothes and all that thing which they had, because next day they had to leave the country. So after writing, they had a lesson in history. Now, children, now they had in another period. Now he wanted to have a lesson in history, and then the babies chanted their babi bee bo boo, and children, even old Hauser was crying. Now babies chanted means that every student started crying. Even the old Hauser was crying. All at once the church clock struck 12, and then the midday prayer. Now, children, suddenly the church clock struck 12, and then there was a midday prayer. At the same moment, the trumpets of the Prussians returning from drill sounded under the window. And children, the trumpet is a sign of victory. They can hear the sound of the trumpet, and they can hear the return. Now the Prussians, they were returning from drill, sounded under the window. Monsieur Hamel stood up. He wanted to speak, but something choked him. Now today he was not able to speak because he was in he was sad, and he was full of emotion towards the school, towards the language, and towards the student which he taught for many years. He was not able to speak, but then he wanted to say something. He took a piece of chalk and wrote on the blackboard as large as he could, "Vive la France." After this, he stopped and leaned his head against the wall. Without a word, he shook his hand to indicate that the school was dismissed and they might go. And he was not able to speak because he was very sad. He had passed 40 years in that school teaching the children. And children, the people in the story suddenly realizes how precious the language is to them, and they realized this when Mr. Hamel told the students and villagers that from that day, from next day, only Germans would be taught in the school of Alès and L'Oreal. Those who called themselves Frenchmen would neither be able to speak nor write it. He praised French as the most beautiful, the clearest, and most logical language in the world. He said that for the enslaved people, their language was the key to their prison. Then the people realized how precious their mother tongue was to them. This shows people love for their own culture, tradition, and country. Pride in one's language reflects pride in the motherland. And French was feeling very sad when he came to know that it was the last lesson in French that Monsieur Hamel would give them. From the next day, they will be taught only German. Then he felt sorry for not learning his lesson properly. Now, the first time he felt very sad that why did not he learn his own language properly. His books, which seemed a nuisance and a burden earlier, were now his old friends. His feeling about Monsieur Hamel has also changed. He forgot all about his ruler and how cranky he was. Children, when a people are enslaved, as long as they hold fast to their language, It is as if they had the key to their prison. So, children, it is the mother tongue which helps a person to express his feeling and thought most lucidly and intimately. Conquerors tried to subdue and control the people of the enslaved territory by enforcing many measures such as use of force to crush dissent and imposing their own language on them. Now, finally, the theme of the lesson is it is possible to carry pride in one's language too far. And we should feel proud in speaking our mother tongue. We should not feel shame. Now many children are feeling shame. They feel that English is the major language, and they feel insult to talk in Hindi in front of people. Now I will tell you something about the theme of the lesson. Now the theme of the lesson is that mother tongue means that as long as we will be able to speak our mother tongue, we are independent. When French reacted to the declaration, this is your last French lesson, he got a blow. He was shocked and surprised that from tomorrow he would not be able to study his mother tongue. Earlier he was not learning the lesson, and now he realized that these books have become his only friend. So the theme of the lesson is that we should have linguistic chauvinism of the proud conqueror and the pain that is inflicted on the people of a territory by them by taking away the right to study or speak their own language, and thus make them aliens in their own land of birth. The story has a sub theme also. It highlights the attitude of the students and teachers to learning and teaching. So, we must give importance to our motherland through we it is the feeling of patriotism. When we speak our mother tongue, we are more free in speaking and expressing our mother tongue. This was realized by French when his teacher Moses Hamel told him that today we will study the language for the last time. From tomorrow some other teacher with some other language will be here in your school. Then they realized that how it was a blow to them. It was everybody was feeling very bad that from now they won't be able to study in their own mother tongue. So children, we got the impression in the form of Moses Hamel in this story, the last lesson, that it is the mother tongue which is very important to us. It is that language through which we realize the importance of our country and we have the feeling of patriotism. So with this, the first part of the video is over. Thank you and have a nice day. Tomorrow I will explain you the lesson.